Hey ho, Pickems are dropped, finally. It's a little late, but we'll forgive them. As long as everything goes well in Paris, and there's certainly no civil unrest this time at a major, we should be fine. On to other fire topics, let's talk about who's going to be my 3-0 pick. Now, there is a little bit of gaming you could do in this system when it comes to making your Pickems have the highest chance of getting that sweet, sweet diamond coin. And that's being tactical with who you put as your 3-0, because you only need 5 points from the selections to get you through to the next stage intact to get all your points. So 0-3, rather 3-0, I'm going to be putting NIP. NIP are a team with some fantastic riflers and a fantastic IGL, an untested AWPer. However, although everything on paper looks good, they are struggling to make it all work. They don't give me a lot of confidence, and so I can see them dropping a map. However, if everyone is firing and there's some other teams who start slow, then NIP can capitalise, and in a best of 3, anything can happen. And if you've got the experience that this roster does have, they should be fine. Moving over to some more guaranteed points, we can put in G2. Great form right now. FaZe, they scrape through, but hopefully it's the kick in the teeth that they need to make them bolster on through and make it to the next stage. Perhaps in the next stage we can get a bit fruity with who may or may not be coming all the way. Another team who's a guaranteed pick for me is ENT. Another team who has fantastic form coming into this event. And I could just see them making it through to this next stage. They're also a potential playoff team. I could see all of these streams making it to the final stage of this major. Here's where it gets a little bit frisky. I'm going to be whacking in Liquid and Mouse. Again, on merit, these teams can make it. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they get knocked out in this stage. There is enough teams here that could make you trip up in a best of 1, and if you aren't firing on all cylinders when it comes to the best of 3, the weaknesses of these lineups will come to fruition. Over on Liquid, the AWPing situation, although OC has been in good form this year, when it comes to the tense matches, it's hit and miss. Mal's another team that lives and dies by its firepower. If it's all firing, you're fine. Dexter, however, needs to make sure that there's a level of consistency in his calling and that his stars feel comfortable within their roles and within the system for them to succeed. Up next, I'm going to be putting in OG. It's a bit of a weird one. Although they would have looked like a legacy team that you would expect to make it through to this next stage, they're playing with a stand-in at the moment, with Nico in the IGLing spot. Now, they had a half-decent run at the Brazzy tournament, I believe it was. They had some interesting wins there, and they also played at Rio and had some decent results there too. Flames is in the best form he's had in years. He seems really, really up for making some waves at this event, maybe get himself onto either a better team in the start of Counter-Strike 2, or reminding everyone that OG exists and that there's firepower there. Dexter 2, solid AWPer. He has the potential to be one of the best AWPers at this event if OG can just string some of that firepower together. Going to talk about some of the teams that aren't going to quite make it for me. Fours, they had a lovely one. I think it was at Katowice or Pro League, one of the two. They had a wonderful miracle run, made it really far into the tournament. They haven't been able to perform at any of that level since. They've got some wonderful pieces on there. If they make it through, it'll be cool, but I just don't see them making it very far later on in the event, and so I feel like the teams of caliber that I've already selected are definitely teams that could beat Force this time. Pain, again, wonderful like potential in some of these players, just not quite ready yet. Gamer Legion and Apex are two teams I really wanted to put through. If I was going to sacrifice a team to put one of these guys through, I'd be sacrificing probably Mouse or OG. These are two teams I have a little bit less confidence in. Mouse have dropped off just right when we go into this major, and OG are on a peak, but they have the issue of not having a primary IGL. I am actually going to be putting in Gamer Legion as my final choice, which is a bit of a shock. Many people may be putting through someone like Monty, but as they show, they couldn't get it done in the best of 3s. They give them 3 tries to make it that way. Apex, they've done nothing all year. They made a fantastic performance at the RMR. I love this team. I love the players. It's just too little too late. To make it through again, it'll be at the expense of some of these teams here. That's for sure. Greyhounds, Oceania, the same applies for the Mongols. Good effort. Neither are you going to be my 0-3 candidate, although you could be, because you both have fantastic firepower once again, and I expect you to probably get an upset. Complexity, another perennial choker, unfortunately. They're another team that can make it through, but it'll be at the expense of one of these guys underperforming, and I just have more confidence in the constituent parts of these teams here. My 0-3 is going to be Fluxo. Fluxo were my outside pick, my dark horse for the NARMR, and they made it through. Good effort. Fantastic. You've got yourself some stickers. You're going to be remembered, maybe, if you manage to get some wins. Hopefully you can use this momentum to get yourself into a great position for Counter-Strike 2. That's where I'm locking in. This is hopefully one of my first steps towards a diamond coin this year. Join me along in this. If you disagree with any of my choices, if you've got a different game theory when it comes to getting these diamond coins, go into my comments, let me know. I want to hear your picks. Share with me some of your 3-0s, anyone who you think is going to make a bit of a dark horse run or have a bit of an upset. All down in those comments. Like, comment, subscribe, of course, and I'll catch you for the next stage.